next phrase we're going to look at are called appositive phrases. An appositive is a noun that's placed next to another noun to identify it, add information about it. Nicolas Francois Appert, a chef, made an important discovery. In this sentence, the word chef is a noun. It's identifying Nicolas Francois Appert and giving us information about this person, that this person is a chef. Okay? The important information, most important information in the sentence is that the Appert made a discovery. And chef is additional information that we're adding on in the form of an appositive. The appositive is set off from the noun it's modifying or describing with commas. Okay? Sometimes an appositive will have its own set of modifiers with it, such as in this case we have Nicolas Francois Appert, a French chef, made an important discovery, and we've added the word French, which is a adjective, a proper adjective, modifying chef, and then the whole phrase modifies the noun, the person Nicolas Francois Appert. Okay, that's when we get into a phrase. And includes the appositive as well as the words that describe a positive. With appositive phrases, the appositive is not necessarily the first word in the phrase. It might begin with an article or an adjective. And here are some examples. So there are certain places they'll be at the beginning of a sentence, okay? So an expert on food, Appert worried about food spoilage. It's still right next to the noun it's modifying, but it's coming at the beginning of the sentence, set off with one comma between the phrase and Appert, okay? In this case, we have it starting with an article, which is attached to expert, which is our appositive noun. Then we have the prepositional phrase on food modifying expert as well, and then the whole phrase would modify Appert. It can come in the middle of the sentence, okay? So in this case, it's going to be in the subject, Appert, an expert on food, worried about food spoilage. Appert is our subject, worried is our verb. It's going to come between the subject and verb, modifying our subject, set off with commas. It can come after the direct object, so it would be in the middle but after the verb. The government gave Appert, subject, verb, direct object, and then here's our positive phrase, an expert on food, a cash award. And so in this case, this is the indirect object, award would be our direct object, and an expert on food is in a positive phrase giving us information about our indirect object, and it's set off again with commas. And then at the end, a simple solution had occurred to Appert. Now here, Appert, the noun that we're going to add some information to, is the object of a preposition, right, to Appert. And this becomes attached to Appert. It's in a positive phrase attached to the object, an expert on food, also set off with a comma. Okay, so what I can tell you is in a positive phrase will always be right next to the noun that it's modifying, either right in front of it, such as here, or right after it, wherever that noun is in the sentence. Okay? For your homework, you're going to write a sentence. You're going to include a positive phrase in your sentence. I don't care where or which noun you modify, but I want you to include a positive phrase. I want you to identify the appositive phrase and the noun that it is modifying. Make sure you're using your commas appropriately.